Hello, hello, hello. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, ShyRosalind, and I'm doing um, a quick beat and chat. It's Sunday afternoon. I know most of y'all probably at church and doing what you're doing and out having brunch and all that good stuff. So I know most of you will catch this on the replay, and that's fine. That's okay. No problem. So I am the proud owner, chief cook and bottle washer of Pond's Edge Designs. Yes, yes, yes. And for those of you who are interested in reaching out to me, this is my information. That's my email address, my website. Purchases are appreciated. My Instagram for Pond's Edge Designs. And of course, I am on Facebook. I am simulcasting on Facebook as we speak. So likes are free, sharing is caring, and welcome, welcome, welcome. So today, like I said, it's not going to be long, but I wanted to show you. I finally finished the previous project. It took me forever, but I finally finished them. There were the earrings that we started a couple weeks ago. I finished them up. I did make whoops. Let's see. I forgot to set up my comments. Hold on a second, guys. There we go. Um mhm. So I did finish finally these earrings. They will be in the store as soon as I can. Um Thank you. Um I see you, Johnny. Thank you. And they will be in the store soon. I have to get some decent pictures, but yes, I will put them up in the store. And I have another item that needs to go into the store as well. But I finally finished them. I did make one change. I didn't put the fringe all the way to the focal piece. I decided to just leave that blank, and then the focal piece stands out a little bit better. Let's see. Ta-da. It was just a little too crowded, so that was one change I made. But they are done, finally. So I'm debating whether I am going to make an necklace to go with them, or I might do something different and make the necklace later. I haven't decided yet. So so today I'm going to at least start a wire. Okay. I'm going to at least start a wire wrap bracelet. I've done these before. You guys have seen them on previous episodes. I like doing them because this is what's called memory wire. Memory wire holds its shape. Memory wire has some stretch. With memory wire, you don't need a specific size. I know with a lot of different um, folks, you have different sizes. Somebody needs a 7 inch, somebody needs a 7.5 inch. Some of us need a slightly bigger wrist. With memory wire, you have a little more flexibility. And I've already cut a piece. This is what, if you haven't, this is your first time checking out my show. This is basically what memory wire looks like. It's basically a slinky. If If you have a slinky, if you guys know what a slinky is, I've probably just aged myself, but it's similar to slinky. So you cut off what you want. I usually do like 4 rounds, but sometimes I don't need that many. Depends on the bracelet. And this, and I've showed this to folks before, this is the cutter that you have to use for memory wire. It's not your regular wire cutter. Let's see, where is it? This is a regular wire cutter. This is what you normally would use to cut thinner wire if you're wrapping something, or if you're creating what you call it, if you want to make loops and stuff like that. This is what you would cut the wire with. This is not strong enough. Memory wire is much, much thicker, so you have to use a specialized cutter for it. I've had this cutter for quite a few years and it still works. And the thing is, if you try and use a regular wire cutter to cut memory wire, you can damage the wire, and you can damage the you can also damage the cutter itself. So that's why. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a loop at the end here so we can hold our beads. And these are needle nose pliers. I usually use these to create loops. There is a new product on the market that has, it's basically a combination of crimp pliers, these, and there's a special end just to make loops and jump rings. One of these days I'll probably get one, but for now I'm going to just do it the old-fashioned way. I'm just going to put a simple loop on the end, and I'm also doing this without my glasses. That's a story for another day. But I'm going to, and memory wire is a lot tougher, so it takes a little more, but this will do for now. Let me just see if I can tighten this up just a little bit. Just bear with me one moment. Oops. I just want to try and get it to close. Oh, that's much better. Great. So today I'm in the mood. Okay, welcome, Johnny. Thank you. I'm going to go with the pink motif today. Pink is a color I don't use that often. Last year, I started using black and silver a little more often because that was another color that I wasn't using much of. And this time I realized I haven't been using pink much. And I have these beautiful pink beads that I purchased 2 years ago. And I was trying to figure out how to use them. So this is what we're going to do, or at least start. And I'm just going to get this into position here. Bear with me. Okay. And this is what memory wire looks like before you start beading on it. You see that it flexes out. And I'm going to start with a little black bead. And the small bead is just basically like a placeholder, to keep the other beads from coming off the end. Even with the loop, sometimes I like to have a bead at the bottom. And I'm going to right now. And like I said, we're going to at least start this project. We probably won't finish it today, but I'm going to start. And the other thing I like about using the memory wire, it might twist a little bit, but can always get it back on track. like when you're using like beading thread, or if you're trying to do loom work, which I love to do. I had to hold off from doing it for a while because of the neuropathy in my fingers. But when you do loom work or straight up bead stitching, if you make a mistake, you can end up taking the whole thing apart just to fix something. With the memory wire, you can just slide off what you don't like, you slide it off, and you just restring it. So, I have some very light pink crystals. I have some lucite hearts, which I think are so cute. I just couldn't figure out what to use them for. And then, and I'm not going to use too many of these, I have these gorgeous pink, and I think these are lucite. Let me just double check. Oops. Resin. Okay, these are German resin. I have this huge one, which is not going to go on a bracelet. It's way too big for the bracelet. So that's not an option. Not today. Maybe I'll probably end up having to do a necklace with this, which is fine. Trying to put it back. Get in that bag. Get in that bag. There we go. But I am definitely going to use these. These are so cute. And like I said, I bought them like 2 years ago, or almost 3 actually. So I'm going to use a couple of these today, not all of them, maybe 2 or 3, because I'm not sure how the fit is going to be with the memory wire. So let me just open these up. So for those of you who normally watch my show, I usually discuss things that are going on in various parts of these YouTube streets while I work. And I kind of did a few episodes of what my show called Notes from the Audience. And I talk about different subjects. And the last few episodes, I think I'm just going to use 3. Well, maybe I'll just do 2 and see how it goes. Don't run. Stop running away from me. Okay. Let me put these back in the bag. I don't use them. So, I've been discussing different things that have been going on in the chat. Whoops. And what I usually do with that show, I talk about different content creators and what they've been up to, and I try to bring everyone up to speed on what's going on. And I did that the other day. And I complimented, there is a particular content creator who I'm guessing at this point does not appreciate me mentioning his name. And I'll tell y'all why in a minute. But I actually complimented this person. I voiced my opinion. More than once. And apparently the person didn't appreciate it because they went on to their show Okay, let me just get these lined up here. Just gonna put these in here for now. I want to see how it comes out. I might throw a couple of black beads in the mix just to, because I like to have a little bit of contrast when I do these things. But yeah, so this particular content creator was not apparently not thrilled with what I had to say. But tis my opinion. We're entitled to it. And proceeded on one of their live streams to let's see, how should I say this? They basically insulted me and a couple other content creators, which doesn't bother me that much because I've been insulted before for other things, so it doesn't bother me. Um, and I thought it was pretty sad because, like I said on my last episode, I actually gave credit where it was due, and I guess they didn't like that. So, you know, they went on their live, decided to insult me, or as they call it, read me, whatever. You know, straight out of high school stuff, the usual. And um yeah, it didn't really bother me. Don't really care. Um and they referred to me as Shrek's mother. You know, call me what you want, whatever. Um this person apparently doesn't appreciate, and I've said this before on my episodes, this person does not appreciate it when someone does not agree with them, and you know they basically show they show themselves. They prove my point. But it was my first time having someone attack me for having an opinion. Interesting. So we shall, we'll see what happens. Am I never going to mention this person by name again? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. If the person needs to be mentioned, I will mention them. If they don't need to be mentioned, I won't. I say what I say. I have my opinion, and I don't make an opinion lightly. I usually think before I speak, which most of us should do. And tis what it is. Anyway, let's start with. I'm going to start with a light pink. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Sean Talks. Y'all need to check her out. She has a weekly show on Sunday evenings. Her and I Am Courtney um do that thing. And sometimes Nicola will join the fun. And Nicola is a hoot. Nicola is a jewelry maker too. I didn't know. So it was but she is a hoot. Nicola's a hoot. And sometimes Regina, the Juice Radio and Talk Show, she joins them as well, and very interesting topics, and it's a lot of fun. Yes, yes, Nicola is an absolute hoot. She needs her own show sometime. Does she have her own show? She should. If she doesn't already have her own show, she should. Um, but she is hysterical. I love watching her. Okay, bear with me a second. It's just getting twisted. Let me get it together here. It's kind of hard because I'm working. I'm not wearing my glasses while I'm doing this. Okay, we got it. And I'm also not in my. Oh, she's on Facebook. Okay. Okay, maybe I'll pop over there and check her out on Facebook. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So, yeah, like I said, guys, I'm not using my glasses. Long story, I really do need to get to the eye doctor because my glasses are not working properly. I'm having a lot of issues with distance. Um, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna get a heart, and I'm having trouble with distance. So I really do need to go get. I should have had this checked out like months ago, and things just get crazy. I've between me and my brother, we've had so many appointments between the two of us this month. I just said I need a break because I'm the one that has to take him to his appointments. And I said, listen, I need to I gotta give myself a break. Oh, here we go. Let's see. So yeah, I got trolled. um that was an experience. And this person, of course, they as soon as they finished insulting me and the other content creators on the live, it went right behind a paywall, which is one of the things I pointed out about this person. Am I going in the right direction? Yeah. And almost within an hour after they did what they did, they threw it behind a paywall, which is one of the things I criticized. And it's like, dude, you're just proving your point. You're a bully. You throw rocks and then hide your hand, and hey, that's whoever decides to subscribe or follow. Um, sorry, folks, I had to move this for a second. Okay, I am going in the right direction. Okay, perfect. Um, okay, there we go. I like this. I think I am going to keep using the black. Um, so that was that. Brian Clarendon went to jail, but everybody's talking about it. So, just anybody just check out Kink Jives or Matt Church Disease. We'll probably talk about it tomorrow. Um, let's see who else. I mean, everybody's talked about it. I am Courtney Phillips. She talked about it. Sean talked about it. Miss Cruiser talked about it. So go ahead and check out any of those other content creators to get the details. I'm not going to go over the details here, but yeah, he went to jail. I think he reported for wait, today's the 16th or 15th. I think he reported on Friday because the original paperwork said any day the 14th or after. Everybody was thinking he was, how come he didn't go in yet? How come he? Because what the court papers said not to report before the 14th. So, that's why. And apparently he did report on the 14th. And, oops, sorry, y'all. He did report on the 14th. And the confirmation came through yesterday, I want to say, in the afternoon. So, um, yeah, there we go. And I'm sorry if my tablet's shaking a little bit. I bumped into it. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep going just like this. So, basically, we have a. I'm starting with a black matte bead. I don't remember the size of the bead. I think it's either, I don't think it's a 6. I think it's an 8, because I usually don't work with anything. Well, I don't work with anything smaller than a 6 because I can't really see, even with my glasses. I love bead embroidery. I have a project that I started. It was bead embroidery, but with bead embroidery, you have to use very, 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 very small beads. The size is either 15, 13, 15, or 11. The higher the number, the smaller the bead. So if you ever get into bead embroidery, the higher the number, the smaller the bead. And I was working with some, trying to work with some size 15 beads, and even with my glasses, I'm like, no, this is not working. So I use a size 6 when I bead embroider. Um, and even then, it's like, oh my god! But it's just the right size for me to do what I got to do. Anyway, this is going to be the pattern. I'm going to do black, then the crystal, then a little heart, and then another black. So I think this pattern, I think, feels right. It looks, I like it. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. I'll do that for a few more, and then I'll finish it offline, and I'll show you the finished one. So, yeah. So Brian Conn gone to jail. The Stellar Awards was this weekend. Our prelate, as we jokingly call him, our prelate St. James got a media pass. He was on the red carpet. So I think there's certain rules with the Stellar Award people. Like, you can only post certain things at a certain time. Um, so he's slowly putting out like shorts. He was able to get some interviews, which is great. So yay to the prelate, and we'll see. There's one short that's public so far. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure he's gonna talk about it. He'll probably do a Patreon um tomorrow or so. I think he's on his way back. So he's probably at the airport and all that good stuff. So that was the other big thing this weekend. Let's see what else is going on this weekend. Um, Thanos. Y'all know who Thanos is by now. If you don't, go look at my Street Guide playlist and look at the videos. But Thanos is um had a moving sale or a garage sale or whatever. What's it, black? And he did a live the other day. It's now behind a paywall, as usual. But he didn't specifically say where he was going to, but it looks like it's going to be Ghana. He's promoting a what you want to call it, like a mission thing that he's doing in Ghana. Now, I don't have a problem with mission work. I really don't. I think mission work is a good thing. However, oh, if y'all can hit the like button for me. I see there's a bunch of us in here. Well, for me, 4 people is a bunch. But if you can hit the like button, that'd be nice. And if anyone is interested in making a purchase, my right over here is the store address. I am taking a few custom orders. I did a custom order for St. James. I know he doesn't mind if I say it, so I did a custom order for him, and I know he wore it. I saw him wearing it at the Stellars at the pre-show, or the pre-show, I think they call it. I saw him wearing it at the pre-show. Thank you, St. James. I hope he was able to wear it on the red carpet. I'm sure he'll say something. Um, so I've done two things for him so far, and I love happy customers. So okay, so this is what we got going on so far. Oh, I should have put the heart the other way. Let me switch that. Nah, you know what? No, I'm gonna be different. I'm not gonna switch it. I do that sometimes. Sometimes I see something that would normally be an oopsie, and then I think about it. I'm like, you know what? It's okay. Gives a little character. So, the Stellar Awards was this weekend. Larry had a garage sale. I'm calling it a garage sale. I mean, that's not what he called it, but I'm just saying it just say it. Where's my end? Hey, hey. Don't, don't twist up on me. There we go. Just need to keep the end. There we go. There's the end. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, I'm guessing. It's a guess. It's not confirmed that he's going to Ghana. He was talking about leaving the country during the week, and my guess is that is where he's going. I could be wrong. Yeah. um. Let's see what. Oops. Give me a second, guys. I just have to reset this. I have to reset this a couple of times, so I may have to move out of the camera range for just a moment or two, because I need to make sure. Yeah. Sometimes memory wire will get twisted. It does happen, but it's very easy to. It's an easy fix. Like I mentioned, it's not like if you're actually using beading thread. It can be beading thread if you make a mistake and or you miss a stitch. It can be a pain in the neck, but with memory wire, it's a little bit easier to fix. Here we go. I kind of like it with the black. I didn't think I was gonna like it with the black, but I do. So let's see what else we got here. There's my end. Oh, okay, there. Oops. Come on. There's the end. There's my end. Let's see. What else is going on? There's a story. I know Marcellus brought it up last week, and somebody else mentioned it this morning. I saw a short on it. There is a church, I believe it's in California. I could be wrong. I'm sure I'll be corrected. There is a church. Oops, I believe it's California. The pastor passed away. Say that 5 times fast. And the widow, the first lady, and her son were expelled from the church. It just said, "Well, bye." Um, the widow went to another location, started her own thing. Well, she started it saying that just right. Oh yeah, that's right. Saying that she's basically trying to do what her husband was doing, and there's going to be a legal battle because the church is claiming that she took things she wasn't supposed to take, and absconded with it. So in the meantime, yes, that's going to be a legal battle. However, the funny part of this kind of sad story, she started having services in a funeral home. She got space at a funeral home, and um he had the service in the funeral home. I couldn't. I could not. I mean, funeral homes are already kind of spooky. Even if you're a believer, I'm sorry, a funeral home is just plain spooky. There are, even if you don't. I mean, we're not supposed to believe in ghosts and spirits and all that. But let me tell you something. The few times that I've had to be in a funeral home, let me tell you, there is something in there. I don't care. Say what you want. No way. No way, no how would I attend a church service in the funeral home. There's not enough sage or frankincense for me to go into a funeral home for a church service. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I just couldn't do it. Okay, so oh, did black already? Okay, good. I'm gonna push these and straighten them out in a minute. I just want to string a few more on here. Let's see. How far did we get? This one, and okay. Let me. Yes, yes, Sean. Creepy as hell. Excuse my language, but creepy. I couldn't do it. But this first lady, she she brave. That's all I can say. That's all I can say is that she is brave because I could not do it. But I guess if you've got nowhere else to go and you need space, and I think if I recall the story correctly, okay, this is what we have. Oops, this is what we have so far. So if we recall, if I recall the story correctly, I think someone in her family owned the funeral home, so that's how she was able to get the space. I couldn't do it. I couldn't go. But we shall see what happens because, like I said, I think that there's a lawsuit brewing over that because the church is saying that she took things, she took musical equipment and something else that she took from the church building. So we'll see what happens. But then there's the other question too, like what happens when you have that situation? The pastor or it passes away, and the first lady and or children are stuck because, especially if the first lady worked and had her own income, that's one thing. But if the first lady literally just helped the pastor the whole time and has no outside income, what do you do? And I think that was that what Marcellus brought up? I think that was the question Marcellus brought up. What do you do? Does the church have an obligation? And that was an interesting question. So we'll see. Did did he talk about that? I'm trying to think if Rock Leach talked about it. I don't think he did. I think someone else brought that case up too, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Um, and this first lady she's an older first lady. I mean, she's not somebody who's like in her 30s, 40s with a bunch with kids. This is an older lady. I think she's older than I am. I think, and decided to do her thing. No, that's not. Yeah. So, I'm trying to think what else is going on. Let's see. Nothing much. New Birth has been quiet. No dress gate. um, no complaints about no complaints about what the first lady is wearing. Nothing there. Um, there's no. Hmm, where am I? Did I not? Oh, where my hearts go? Um. Oh, I need more hearts. Okay. Oh, there's one. So there's nothing going on there. Let's see. New Birth is quiet. Greater Allen here in New York. I think praise their praise minister, or the person that was in charge of their praise and worship. I think he left. All they're saying is that he left. Don't know why. I haven't heard anything. So it's probably just they probably just felt it was time for them to go. I don't think anything. I don't think anything really bad happened, because that would have been all over the streets by now. Um, I need to get back over there and visit. I haven't visited in ages, and I don't live that far from them. I need to go visit. From what I've seen online, Pastor Green's doing a great job. Um, so I'm very happy for them. As I've mentioned before, I grew up. I mean, the church is near where I live, so I've grown up doing different community events with them growing up. My my mother's friend, um, may she rest in peace, was on the missionary board, so she used to have me, come and do stuff with them. And that was not Allen was not my we call it Allen then, but Allen was not my home church. My home church was St. Albans Congregational, which is literally like 5 minutes away. They're practically like a block from each other. And that was my home church. That was the church I was confirmed in, took my first communion. It was there. And they had stuff too for the youth. But yeah, I had some issues there. I was bullied a little bit, so I wasn't keen. I mean, once I finished high school, I was done with Sunday school. I was like, no, I'm done. Um, but my mom's friend was a member of Allen, and she had me. I participated in one of their cotillions. They used to do cotillions every 3 years. I think it was every 3 or 4 years. They would do cotillions. I was in one of them. There's a picture of me on my Instagram somewhere of me in my cotillion dress, which I still have. I still have the dress. Don't ask me if it fit. Well, no, I shouldn't say that because no, it probably doesn't. I was 17 at the time. I don't think it still fits. Um, and she had me do like a bunch of stuff with them. And then my other church that I used to, well, I didn't go. I was in the Girl Scouts and the Girl Scout troops because I went from Brownie all the way through senior. Um, was at Calvary Baptist Church, which was again down the street on what is now Guy Brewer Boulevard. So I went there for Girl Scouts, and where's my end? Okay, there's my end. Why are you trying to run away? Don't run away from me. I'm trying to find my end. Why are you getting twisted again? So yeah, I used to do a lot of community stuff with different churches that I was that people who knew my mom, they were either clients, I think. Yeah, one of the ladies at Calvary was one of my mom's customers. So I was going to a different church for Girl Scouts, St. Bonaventure, and um, they only had Brownie Scouts. And my dad was like, you should go. Let's try and find another troop. And he where's my black? Oh, there it is. Okay. And so I ended up going to Calvary Baptist Church for my Girl Scout career. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I made some really good friends there. So it was cool. And I did one year they did a Christmas pageant, and guess who had to play the Holy Mother? It was fine because I didn't have to say anything. I just sat there with the doll in my hand, and they pulled one of the Boy Scouts to be Joseph. It was hysterical. It was funny. I have a picture of it somewhere. Maybe I'll scan it and put it up. But I went to Catholic school from fifth grade to eighth grade, so I do know the Catholic Mass very well. Where's my heart? Um, and I also went to an Anglican school, which basically they call it here in the States it's Episcopalian, but in England it's Anglican. England and in the Caribbean it's Anglican. Here they call it Episcopalian. I did that the first few years of my life. So I've been exposed to a whole bunch of different denominations, and they were all fine. I didn't have an issue with any of them. And I'm familiar. And the funny thing is, a lot of them do some of the same stuff. If you know the Catholic Mass, you can go to an Anglican Mass, you'll be fine. If you know the Anglican Mass, you can pretty much, I mean, if you know the AME, how the AME services run, you can pretty much go to a Baptist church, and it's almost the same thing. I have never been to a Kojic service, so I can't speak on that. Um, I've been to Hindu weddings, and I even went to a Jewish wedding in a synagogue. That was interesting. But again, I mean, if you are comfortable enough with one denomination, you can pretty much figure out the rest. The only thing I haven't done a Muslim wedding. I have not been into them, but that's the one thing I've never been inside of is a mosque. And I am curious. I would love to go inside a mosque one day. But I need a reason, or I need somebody that I know well to go with. I wouldn't go by myself into a mosque. That no. But yeah, so that's my religious background. But if if I'm pressed and somebody says you got to pick one, I'm going with the Pope. I'm going with Pope Leo, Team Pope Leo. Because right now the Catholic Church is as as messed up as the Catholic Church has been. I have to say, right now Catholic Church is looking real good. Y'all, y'all Kojic, y'all taking people's drug medicines and reselling them, and then you got the this other one off to jail for cheating on their taxes. Then a bunch of them doing stuff that they should not be doing to any other human being. Um, y'all messed up. Now, like I said, Catholic Church ain't perfect. We Catholic Church has done some stuff, but yo, compared to the rest, nah, that's all right. Um, this thing keeps tangling on me because I can't really see the end of the wire. Because normally I can do a lot more than this. I cannot see the end of the wire. So I'm literally feeling for the end of the wire. I am beating blind. I need to change the title of this to beating blind because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm beating blind. Um, and I'm surprised it's coming out as good as it is, honestly. Okay, this looks alright. So I'm just gonna pull it from the camera just for a moment. I just want to make sure everything's lined up. Oh yeah, okay. So this is what I have so far, and I actually like it. It's coming out really good. I haven't decided when I'm going. I'm going to put one of these in. I don't know what section I'm going to put it in yet. I think I'm going to go a little bit further and then try it, and then see how it feels because it's it's a pretty big bead. So I would need for it to be really like in the center of the wrist, if that even works. Now, somebody might recommend. I'm gonna string it on. Let me just for the hell of it. Where's the end? Where's the end? Okay. Um. So usually with beads like this, they usually say you should use stretch. There's a stretch cord. It's basically like stretchy plastic. Um, I don't trust the stretch cord. I've tried to use it in the past, and I've had issues with the stretch cord. That it doesn't hold up. The stretch cord after a while it breaks down, and then the bracelet falls apart. Oh god. Um, I mean, it looks cute as a design. I'm gonna put it on my wrist. Let me just see. Just don't wanna. Come on. Yeah, it's not flexing like I want it to, but maybe because it's not finished. But I don't know. I mean, it looks okay. The color's fine. I'm just not sure how it's gonna feel once I add more beads to it. And I mean, this is something I've I always think about when I'm starting to do something. It looks good on paper, it looks good on the bead board, but then when you start actually putting it together, it's like, not quite what I want. So I have to think about it. I'm not going to put anything more on. I think I'm going to think about it for a little bit before I do anything more to it. So I don't want to start adding the beads and then I put on the big one and it's too tight, or it doesn't, because see, I have 4 more loops to add beads to. So I have to think about this a little bit. But the color is fine. The color scheme is fine. I just have to decide what I'm gonna do with this. I would hope I can keep it. I'm not sure if I can. But I'm going to work on it during the week and we'll see what happens. So take this off. But yeah, so I appreciate all of y'all. I know some of you are going to catch me on the replay, and that's fine. Uh, Likes are free, sharing is caring. There we go. So I'll show you another view of it. So this is what's going on so far. Likes are free, sharing is caring. Comments and questions, respectful, are always welcome. And I'm going to work on this some more. I will post an update, and I'll probably post a short when I figure out what I'm going to do with this design. But this is what's going on so far. Again, if you want to reach me, I'm trying to find my business card. Where'd my business card go? Oh, this is the name of my shop. And if you need to reach me, this is how you can reach me. I have email, my store, my IG. My IG is probably the fastest. Either IG or email is probably the fastest. You could always post on my Facebook page as well. But if you're interested in something, and or if you see something in my shop and you're interested in a different color, reach out to me, because sometimes I can do something in a different color if I have enough material. So let me know. So thank you all very much for watching. Sean, I'm gonna catch y'all later tonight. Johnny, thank you for stopping by. And I hope you enjoyed the show. And I will come back with another episode of Bead and Chat when the time comes. And I'm also working on something for Notes from the Audience. So I'm working on something for that. So that will be up soon as well. And yeah, I think that's it for now. So like I said, likes are free, sharing is caring. Subscribers are always appreciated. And reach out to me through Instagram if you have any questions about any of the work. And if you're interested in purchasing any of the projects from Bead and Chat, my store is right there. It's also scrolling at the bottom of the screen. And I hope to see you guys again soon. I'll catch y'all around these YouTube streets. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Peace.